Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, it's just one click.
Welcome back to the bench. Today we have a dual floppy drive branded Cumana to take a look at. This came with a job lot of BBC stuff that I got on eBay auction. So I haven't plugged this in yet. I wanted to give it a good thorough clean on the inside before plugging in. You never know what state the heads are going to be in or anything else. So yeah, and this thing probably weighs a good 5 or 6 kilograms. I mean, there's a lot of metal in this. The case is metal. I'm guessing the chassis of the drives are going to be metal. Its mains powered. The ribbon cable out. On the back, there's not much there. Still got the feet in, the rubber feet, which still feel pretty good. Spot of rust there. Cumana CD800S. BBC compatible, dual disc drive, 4080 track. 2x80 track, double-sided, 800K. It's got the serial number there, and it's got the build date, which is the 23rd of the 12th, 92. And it's for export in UK. Okay, it looks like just 2 screws to open this up, one on each side. And we are in like Flynn, as David Jones would say. Okay, so it looks pretty clean on the inside. It's quite amazing for something this age. I mean, it looks pretty spotless. Power supply, each drive has its own independent power supply. That's nice to see. Just the one power switch on the primary side. And those capacitors, Shamwa, don't know how to pronounce that. I'm probably murdering the name. So yeah, a little bridge rectifier, a couple of bulk capacitors for smoothing, a few other small caps, and yeah, a couple of voltage regulators. So that's 7805, and I'm guessing the other one's going to be 7812. Yeah, 7812. So yeah, just a standard linear supply. And then the drives, is there a brand on them? Yep. And they are Chinon FZ506. So yeah, that's quite a well-known and reputable brand. Let's just take these card edge connectors off. The connectors look good. There's the old silicone grease there. It's still a little bit soft, which is surprising. Just get the kitchen roll. Drop everything at the same time. I need to clear some of this old stuff off. I mean, it's still a little bit soft, but yeah, it's a little on the hard side as well. Now these still do have the drive. Oh, it's still locked. The handle's missing on that one. So let's see if we can just. The mechanism works. It's just, yeah, the handle's missing. So obviously it broke off. These are just to protect the heads during transit. And of course, they won't actually go down. It's probably why that one got broken. Somebody probably tried to close it, not realizing, and did a bit too hard and then snapped it off. So it looks like we can just take this top plate out, and we should then hopefully be able to reach the heads and give them a bit of a cleaning with some IPA. That's too big. And then see what kind of. Oh, that one's a little too small. Okay. That one's just right. So Looks like there's just 3 screws holding this plate on. Hopefully we don't have to take the whole drive out. Is there another one? Yeah, there's another screw on this side. Okay, just gotta watch out for that ribbon. Hopefully nothing springs out. Okay. Oh. Well, those 2 screws obviously hold the circuit board down, so that's a bit, how are you doing? I'm guessing we need to get that out of the way anyway, so we can get to the gears. Let's just turn this around. So it might have been a good idea to unplug the power first. So I'm not expecting too many surprises in here other than dirty heads really, because of how clean this thing is on the inside. So let's get some IPA, spray it on a cotton bud, just gently lift this, and we can just wipe the heads. And yeah, you can see that, clean as a whistle. Not a speck of dirt on there. Okay, so these are for the select switch, because you can switch this between 40 and 80 track mode. Let's see if we can just gently get this. Oh, we don't want to pull that too hard. There's a little ribbon cable going to the heads there. Let's see how the head moves. It actually moves really, really well. There really isn't any resistance there. But I still want to give that a bit of lubrication. It does feel a little bit dry. So what I've got here is I've got a little bit of silicone grease, which I can just put on there. A little bit too much on that one. Now, of course, I'll take it back and forth. There's no worm dry like there is in some types of drives. So that should be it for that side. Nice, quick and easy service, considering how clean it is inside. It doesn't surprise. Let's just get that out of the way. Get it trapped in. That one locates, but that one doesn't. Okay, I'll make sure I get this metal plate back on and get the cable under there and over here. That's it. That needs to clip into here, and that needs to go over the top. The other good thing about these drives being side to side, I can have a look at one and know where I have to put everything back together again. Some jumpers down here, maybe that's some kind of chip select. Not chip select, drive select. Okay. The 2 larger screws goes on the top, the back, and the 2 smaller at the sides. So it's not quite lined up properly yet. That's it. Okay, we'll connect it back in. I'm putting that in the right way. Nope, it's upside down. Yeah, better. one off. Actually, probably what would be a good idea would be to check the voltages before I actually power up the drives, just to make sure that those regulators are still good and things won't go pop. It's pretty smooth. And again, we'll clean it with a bit of IPA, just on the safe side. Yeah, again, nice and clean. Nothing doing there. And again, our silicone grease. Just need the tiniest amount. This is liquid moly. It's called Silicone Fit because we're enjoying. But it has got silicone grease on there as well. And grasa con siliconana. Sounds Spanish. Okay, grease on those rails. Okay, and just put some on those drive latches as well. Get one of these cards on the drive. You have a little locking mechanism here. This is what pushes up to allow the drive to actually latch down. Without it, you can't turn this. Some under there. Some on this side. Okay. I'll have to try and get a replacement lever from somewhere for this. It's nice and smooth. Yeah, except at the moment it's a little bit kind of stiff. Nice and smooth now. Put this back on and then we can test the voltages and check everything is okay. Down there like that. The circuit located. Yeah. Cable is not snagging. They get everywhere, these chin-on drives. A lot of the Amiga drives are chin-on as well. And I do have a 502. Which is from an Amiga 2000, which usually goes with the bridge card, PC bridge card. And yeah, it just looks exactly like these on the inside. But these type of drives look completely different to what you get on like a C64 because they have the actual, pretty much a computer built inside of them. Okay, so I just plugged it in and tested. Really unravel the cable. Needs a good clean on the outside, but I won't do that now. I'll do that off camera because I don't think you want to see somebody cleaning a floppy drive. Probably not the most exciting thing in the world. Make sure it's in the off position first of all. I'm presuming that's going to be off. Okay, now this is where we have to be careful because this is actually live mains here. So, no light. Oh, it was already in the off position. Okay, so it is turned on. Set our meter. Oh, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. You should be able. It's a nice big display on it. I don't get the glare of the lights in there. Okay, so presuming the black wire is ground, this should be 12 volts, I think. Yeah, 12.16. So there's no load on there, so that's perfectly acceptable. And it's just under 5, so 4.966. And we'll test the other side because I said they are independent supplies. So 12.18 and 5 on the nail there, pretty much. So yeah, those supplies are good. So there's no fear. Just unplug that for the moment. There's no fear of that blowing up the drives. Let's just do that for a second. It's easy to get the power cable in. It's already coiled like that. I suppose it takes less room when it's coiled. Okay, so that should be it. This is the 34-way IDC, so it's an insulation displacement connector. I didn't actually know it meant that, or at least if I did, I'd totally forgotten about it, and I was just reading it the other day. So I knew it was still called IDC, but I didn't remember what it meant, basically. Okay, and grab our cover. Now this has got an appliance number with an RS sticker. Now I don't know whether that means that this came out of an RS place. It definitely came out of some kind of organisation because it has the pat test sticker on here, which says 17th of May 93. And there's a similar sticker on the master that came with this. It also has the RS sticker and the pat test sticker with the same signature on, but a different date. So it could be that this was purchased later. So its pat test date was different. Okay, so we can get the screws back in. Put that back on the right way, or is it on the wrong way? Did it come off this way? I'm guessing these cases were built down to a price point, so yeah, it did come off that way because there was a little dent at the front, which I remember. I think I actually put the wrong screw back in there then. I think that screw's from somewhere else. But it fits. original one back in. Otherwise I'll be wondering where that came from. And I'll be wondering where the other screw that should have gone in something else went to. So these things were drilled down to a price point. Only 2 screws holding the entire casing together. The rest of the screws that attach things are just screwed through the bottom. So the drives are held in through there. And then these screw into the actual drives. Okay, so we're confident the heads are clean. The motors are spinning. Don't know if the heads will go backwards and forwards, but yeah, let's give this thing a test. Okay, so what I need to do is bring in the VC Master. Okay, will this be long enough to reach? Yeah. What I'll probably do is mount it partially on top. First of all, I need to stick in the RGB connector cable. I just got an old SCART cable, chopped the end off, and then luckily I managed to find a seller within Germany that had the right 6-pin DIN connectors, which was very surprising. I suppose they're not that uncommon. You've got to make sure obviously you get the right ones. And those are listed as 240 degrees for the pins. Just slide that back a sec so I can lift this up. So I have to get this into the disk drive connector. Probably best routing that underneath. It's a bit clumsy, but it'll do for testing. Okay. So, just a little bit before we start, let's put this over there. Maybe here for a second. So this BBC Master arrived the other day from the UK. I got it off this really nice guy who we've been emailing back and forth called Ron. And inside the machine is pretty clean. I've swapped out for the moment the power supply from my Master because this one's already had the reefers replaced in it. I have to order some more reefers for that, and this is the keyboard from the other Master because when I tested it, several keys weren't working. That's probably just a case of giving them a clean. New battery pack. Well, that's the battery pack out of the other Master. It was in pretty good condition. This is the one out of here, and as you can see, I took the tape off. It's got some very crusty Duracell batteries in there, and what I find very funny is this. Do not replace batteries. Replace complete unit when exhausted with an Acorn approved part. Well, that's all very well and good, but where do I get Acorn approved part from? Yes. So this battery holder's pretty much shot to bits. Don't think I'm going to be able to rescue it. I'll give it a go. I'll soak it in some vinegar just to neutralise the crud off of there, and then give it a bit of a wire brushing. If not, these are easy to get hold of. It's just a simple 3-cell AA holder with a PP3 battery snap on there. But other than that, the machine is pristine inside. It has had some mods done to it before. This jumper has a little solder ridge on there. And there's some standoffs in here, so I'm guessing it had some kind of maybe CoPro or other upgrade in here at some point. Maybe if Ron's watching this, he can maybe drop me another message and let me know what he had fitted in here at one time. But yeah, let's get this tested. Okay, now our drive's back together and it's had the heads clean, not that they needed cleaning, and the rails and the latch is greased. I did find another lever. It's not the right colour, it's a slightly creamy colour, but it is actually off the same make of drive. Chinon 502. These are 506s, but yeah, they use the exact same lever there. It's the exact same shape, it's just a different colour. So I can live with that for now. So let's turn on the master. We have contact, and it automatically boots up into ADFS. So I want to change that to DFS, so Control D, and break. Okay, what I have here is the original Cumana disk formatter, because these, I'm not sure about this version of the DFS, I haven't checked, but the earlier versions of the DFS didn't actually have a formatting software in there, so you actually had to format the disk yourself. So if I do start dots, it should go to drive 0 automatically, and it does. So I want to type in start run form 80. We want to format an 80 track disk. Okay, and what drive do you wish to format? Now be very careful here. The Cumana disk is write protected, because as soon as you press a number, it will just go off and start formatting that. So we want to try format drive 1 and see. You don't even press enter. As soon as you hit 1, it's formatting. Nice little cute graphic. I'm not sure of the stuff at the top of the screen is supposed to be there, whether it's normal or whether it's corruption. To me it looks like corruption. Or if there's something else supposed to be there and it's just become garbled. Yeah, and the pitch changes the smaller it gets. Nice little tune at the end. So we'll say no, we don't want to format another disk. Now we've only formatted one side of the disk. These are double-sided disks. So you would repeat the procedure for the second side, but I won't be doing that now. So if I do start.1, and you can see there we have a blank disk ready to go. So yeah, the drive formats quite well. It's hard to hear in between the beeps, but the actual drive mechanism, it sounds pretty silky smooth. There's no kind of scraping or gouging or anything like that going on, which is always good. Okay, so these are some discs I got with this master, not the one that this drive came with. That was the other master this drive came with. So I've got a copy of Disk User here, another Disk User, so 3 different ones. So these dates, let's see, issue 4, December, January 1987, 88. Wow, that was before I'd even left school. October, November 97, issue 3. I left school in 89. Okay, this one doesn't have a date on it, so it just says 40 tracks convertible to 80 tracks, and there's a few other ROM maker, sideways RAM utilities. These all came from ROM with this master that he kindly sent me as freebies. And if we want to see what's on the disc, we can put it in. We change it to 40 track and shift break. And will it load? No, that one's faulty. That one seems to have a fault on it. Unless it's already been converted to 80 track, but I don't think so. Let's try this one. Oh, these are actually flip over discs. So you can so if you use them in a single-sided drive, I wonder if they came like that originally. It looks like it. You can, I know for like the Commodore 64 drives, they are only single-sided, like the 1541, but you can actually buy a notching tool to notch out the other side of the disc so that you can just flip it over. Yeah, this one's working. So, nice graphic there. Disk user, press space. It's reading away. Oh, disk fault. So, yeah, looks like these discs have probably been a little too long in storage, which is a shame. Let's try this one. No, that one's having trouble reading as well. Disk fault 18. So is the disk faulty or is it the drive causing the problem? Let's see if we can put it into this drive and see what happens. Start drive 1. Nope, would have thought that would have gone automatically then to 1. Okay. So, yeah, now it's going. Yeah. Nope, wrong one. No, it doesn't like the disc. What I can do is just try flipping it onto 80 because maybe they were converted. No, I can hear it. It's not able to read that. Well, as this disc has flip over way, oh no, it doesn't like that at all. Oh, that's disappointing. I was hoping we could get a few programs off of these. There is one more. The micro user. No, it's not happy about that one either. So, yeah, unfortunately they look like they've been in storage too long. How are these old discs? Can we get anything off here? Oh, okay, that seems to be working. Pascal, graphics, R-convert. I'm not sure what any of those do. It's got a menu, a boot on here, so can we auto boot? Yeah. Okay, RAM map ROM menu, fastback, ROM saver, RAM test. Let's do 4. Not found at line 170. Okay. So, yeah, the menus aren't working correctly, but the disk seems to be okay. Okay, so this is also bootable. Ah, seems to be a copy of the same disk. Let's see if RAM test will work on this one. Yes. Okay, one test has tested the whole of the 30 RAM. Absent or faulty RAM slot A or RAM slot D. Okay, not sure what that means. So I'm not sure if this test is designed for the master or whether it's for the BBC. That the board is working. RAM map, computers, RAM slot tester. So yeah, I'm guessing this is for some other kind of software. 1632K RAM, so this may be some kind of plug-in RAM slot. Okay. Sideways RAM utilities. ROM maker disk. Okay, that one seems to be working, but there is no kind of menu on there. Star on man. Let's try that. Nope. Chain. Man. Nope, bad program. So maybe it needs to be loaded into a different page. Okay. Start up 2. Let's see if there's anything on the other side of the disk. No, the other side's blank. So these kind of non-pre-recorded discs, there's a blank one that seem to be working fine. It's just those old pre-recorded ones that seem to be doing the business anymore. Yeah. Convert master RDFS 128. Okay. Let's try chain menu. Yep. Watford Electronics RAM-ROM. Please make sure that if you have a read-write switch to off, press spacebar when ready. Okay, so that's a list of some of our ROMs. Although it's only the DFS, BASIC, and ADFS chips, it hasn't picked up any of the other ROMs like the terminal ROM or the view. Maybe that's part of the MOS. Okay, so change DRN load save. Press what? Save. Enter filing. Test. Enter ROM number. D. Disk fault. Oh, disk full. Sorry. So the disk is full. So that's like. Oh, kind of. Oh, no, we're going into tape mode. Don't want to go into tape mode. Let's see if there's anything on drive on side 2. Yep, there is. So, yeah, this looks like a copy of the ROMs. Meg ROM, Spell, Trom, Disk Doctor, ADFS. So, yeah. There's some ROMs on there. Let's just give these another try. Because it lists the disks, so maybe we can get some of the files off of here. It just doesn't boot the disk. Yeah, no. Doesn't like side 2. No. So it looks like these discs are marginal. So they're on the way out, which is a shame. But yeah, I can see here, this looks like there's, yeah, the disc doesn't look like it's in good condition. It looks like it's suffered a bit. Yeah, you probably can't see this, but there is a lot of markings on the disc. Yeah, that's what's causing the problem. The disc is cruddied up, so even reformatting them probably won't work. Let's check this one. Yeah, there's a lot of... This one isn't as bad, but yeah, there's a bad blemish there. It's probably when they're in storage, some moisture has gotten to them. Not really much you can do about that, unfortunately. Yeah, this is the same. Give it another go. You might be able to rescue a few files off of them. Yeah. Well, I can try copying them onto that disk I just formatted. Oh, hang on, how about slide 2? Oh, hang on, this is still in 80 mode and these disks are in... Hang on. Yeah. That's still in 4. Okay, so slide 2 is working, it's in... I had it in 80 mode still. Yeah, you hear the disc chugging away. Okay, so the drive seems to work fine. The only problem is these discs don't seem to work fine. So yeah, I have a lot of other discs. I got a whole pack of 2 other discs to take a look at, see if any of these work, but we'll go through them later. But yeah, the original formatter works. I'm not sure if this has a formatter built into it. Try Form 80. Oh, it does. Which drive? Let's see, we want drive 2. Okay, so this version of the DFS has a formatter built into it, so you don't need the Cumana formatter disk, which is good, because if that thing fails and you don't have a formatter, you're stuck. Yeah, if I look at these discs compared to those pre-recorded ones, I'm just not seeing the same markings on here. These discs were stored in these boxes, so I'm guessing that's what the difference is. These were stored in cases, and these probably weren't stored in cases. They were probably stored maybe loose in a box or something. Okay, format direct to F. So I'm hoping for F, I suppose that's going to be 80, isn't it? I got 2. Yep. And we can see, yep, drive 2. Yeah, so we've got a blank formatted disk. So it's a NOS disk that's now been formatted. So we can use that to try and, let's see if we can just copy one of those files off. See if I can even remember how to copy a file. Is it going to be copy or is it star copy? Let's switch that to 80/40 mode. There's one that we can read. Yeah, there's a thing called there called Teddy. So Star Coffee. Teddy. Oh no, I need double D. Teddy. No, not that way. Is it like that? Is that going to work? Bad drive or bad program? Source and destination. Coffee. Maybe it just works like that. AFSP, I don't know. As fast as. No, it doesn't. Okay, I'll try and figure that out later. Okay, so that was a quick teardown, or maybe not a quick teardown, of the Cumana twin drive there. So we learned that they have twin power supplies, so one for each drive, and they've got the Chinson 5 or 6 mechanisms in there. So these ones can actually be converted for use on PC. But why would you want to in this day and age? I mean, we don't even have 3.5 inch floppies anymore on those things. So the next job will then be to take this apart again and give it a good clean up, because yeah, it's pretty filthy on the outside, gleamingly clean on the inside, which was surprising. So from me, it is over and out, and I will catch you next time. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon. Thank you.